Here we are outside Her Majesty's Prison, Bristol, which was opened in 1883, and it replaced the original Bristol prison, which was known as Newgate Prison, which was burnt to the ground by political protesters, probably more so than many other prisons in the UK. This one in particular was used as a weapon of political repression against the working class and political activists, dating back to the early 19th century. Many of the suffragettes were held here in atrocious conditions. Those who went on hunger strike were force-fed. Some of them were murdered here. Conscientious objectors during the First World War were held here. They were held in solitary confinement and basically tortured. And then recently we have the Kill the Bill activists and protesters that are currently being held here still. So essentially these penal institutions exist to repress the working class and to imprison and break political activists. This is the original gate of Bristol Prison. This is the hell that they were brought into, and many of them didn't emerge from this. In 1986 and 1991 there were riots in this prison, and it almost shifted the balance of power to the favour of the prisoners. So there was a relatively liberal regime here at Bristol Prison compared to other penal institutions. I was here in the early 2000s. They had a lifers wing here, and I was held on there for 2 years. Back then it was a relatively liberal prison still, but that balance of power has now shifted again back in favour of the guards and the system. So predictably and inevitably, conditions in this institution at the moment are terrible. The prison is currently in a state of lockdown. It was initially locked down during the COVID infection. And in these cells, or these are the cell windows, there are maybe 2 or 3 prisoners held in one cell. And within those walls and behind those windows, rage is festering. And that's why it remains in a position of lockdown. The staff are frightened, basically, that if they now unlock these cells or this prison, the rage and the anger will spill over onto the landings and this place will be made unmanageable. These places should be abolished. They're not protecting the public, they're manufacturing enraged individuals who unfortunately then take that rage out on the wider community. This is an instrument of state repression, and we all of us, have an interest in shutting these places down, because while they continue to exist, we will never experience true or real freedom. We need to tear these walls down and cast these places into an historical dustbin. That's where they belong.